Hi there, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime, a place where we look at crime and I give my views on it. Hello and welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime. Today we're going to be looking at the Birmingham hospital lockdown after the stabbing of a 16-year-old boy on the streets of Birmingham. Now, as with so many cases that seem to happen in the UK, we get like little dribbles of what's actually happened. And so it's left to everybody really to speculate on what could have happened. So, okay, let me tell you what happened. An investigation is continuing to gather pace after a boy 16 was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after another boy aged 16 was stabbed in Birmingham. The force, that's police force, have confirmed on Monday morning, that's today, February 17th, that a 16-year-old teen was arrested in connection with the stabbing on Pretoria Road on Saturday. The 16-year-old victim was left with serious injuries following the knife attack. So that's what we've been fed via the news channels, the usual news channels, which are, of course, these. So if we look here, the top one is from the Metro, which is a newspaper over here, and then we've got Birmingham Live. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll read the titles in case you can't read it. Hospital put into lockdown after boy 16 stabbed in the street. That was 10 hours ago. A day ago, Birmingham Live led with Birmingham Hospital lockdown after stabbing as group ambushed A&E at the hospital. Okay, then they went on 2 hours ago, Birmingham stabbing and hospital disorder. All we know as new details emerge. Okay, and then we've got the dear old Daily Mail over here saying hospital was put into lockdown. Okay, what's interesting to me is that all these red tops newspapers give a certain amount of information, they sensationalize it, and then they wonder why people like us, or people that aren't on YouTube, they wonder why we start thinking, well, what actually happened here? Was there a lockdown? Because especially when you've got the police denying it. On Monday afternoon, the police released an updated statement. The force said, following inquiries, we know that no disorder took place at any hospital in Birmingham following the stabbing of a 16-year-old boy. We have confirmed this with officers who were in attendance, ambulance officials, and hospital staff who were on duty at the time. They continue, after investigating, we have found that the boy's family, along with community members close to him, gathered at the hospital and were understandably upset and concerned with his welfare. There was no disorder. They carry on. Any claims of ambulances being raided or looted are untrue. whilst images being shared on social media which claim to show people carrying weapons at a hospital are fake. Thankfully, boy's condition has improved and he is now stable. Okay. That's the official story from the police. So they've gone back, they're saying, well, it wasn't really a disorder. It's just a lot of family members turned up at the hospital. There wasn't disorder. Yes, and they were understandably upset. But yeah, no, there was no disorder. I don't know what you're talking about. So I think now's a good time to let's have a look at some of the images that I've come across. Okay, so here we have the hospital in question. This is the Heartlands Hospital in Birmingham that was put in lockdown, supposedly. In a statement given to Birmingham Live, a police spokesman confirmed we are investigating after a teenager was stabbed in Borsley Green, Birmingham on Saturday. We were called to reports of a stabbing in Pretoria Road at around 3:30. Following the incident that occurred yesterday, Pretoria Road was cordoned off, and law enforcement officers have maintained a presence at the site. There's sort of the talk of a gang, they're calling it a gang of people actually ambushed the hospital's A&E. An eyewitness reported that Heartlands Hospital was put on lockdown after a group ambushed. Now, these are the words that we're given by the press. I want you to bear that in mind, guys, okay? So the hospital was ambushed by this group of people. There were also claims of an ambulance being raided with a patient inside. But this was later refuted by the police. Before I go on, I just want to ask how you are. Are you taking care of yourselves? I was out in the car yesterday and the sun came out, guys. And I thought, yay, we're coming out of winter. It's amazing how the weather can affect our mental health. And well, I know, especially for me, as soon as the sun comes out, the world looks a much brighter place. And I hope that's the same for you. So let's go on with this story, shall we? I've gone on to YouTube, and I don't think it really matters what channel I've gone on to. But I want to just read some of the comments here as an example of how these situations are allowed to fester with the British public and with any public really. And who's at fault here, guys? Is it because the police only give us so much information so that we can only speculate? Is it because there's obviously such a pull of interest here? There's one group of people saying, well, yeah, I saw these people at the hospital creating a scene to the point that they had to lock down the hospital. They had to lock down the hospital. So, although, yeah, it's been confirmed the hospital was locked down, it's been confirmed by the British media, but was it actually confirmed by the British police? We don't know. And it's like it's one of the reasons why I like to cover crime on my channel, because it's so ambiguous, for want of another word. Because you get one person saying this, then you get another person saying that, and then you get pictures shown that, further lead to speculation. I mean, no wonder people don't know their arse from their elbow. It's true though, guys, isn't it? So I want to just read through some of these comments here, and I'm not going to pass any judgment on what these people say, but I think it's a good indication of how regular people view these stories that we're led to believe. Okay, first one here says, hands up those who think the individuals are the usual suspects. I wonder what he means by usual suspects. Interesting. So that comment got 69 replies. So let's have a gander. Now, yeah, we've got me. Oh, dearie me. Then we've got someone that says the followers of the religion of peace is displaying the joy and beauty of our culture for sure. Oh, not really sure. The words were all there, but were they in the right place? I'm not really sure. Right. Okay. Underneath there, somebody says, police officer. I don't know. I'm confused. My brain hurts. Somebody also says, would be very surprised if it wasn't. Joanna underneath says, a video on Twitter has shown that it was the usual suspects, knives and axes in hand. That's interesting. So I'm going to look for that. I'm going to look, see if I can find it and put it on this video for you. Anyway, so let's move on from him. John Boyle has put, Tony Blair planted the seeds, crying face. All right. Under there, someone called Pamela has said, not Anthony Charles Linton Blair. Oh, okay. Someone called Stephen has said no need for any more info. I know who is to blame. Rev the plane engines up. Oh, okay. All right. I want to get out of the politics of it because I don't really like talking about politics. Okay. Somebody called Billion uh, says cultural diversity at its most colourful, I expect. Oh, okay. Someone called Dean has put, I'm from Brum. Yes, it's our usual suspects. And yes, nothing will be done. All right. Someone called Jen has put, this country has been dragged into the dark ages. All right. Somebody called Liliana has put, thank you, woke agenda. Soon there will be no country left. Someone called Pens has put 100% no natives involved. Again, usual suspects guaranteed. Someone called The Names has put, I'll be 50 this year. I am old enough to remember a Brita. Oh, I'll be able to speak in a minute, guys. I remember a better England. This place today is unrecognizable. What did they do to our country? Right, let's go into the replies there, shall we? 57-year-old Glaswegian, same here. All right, someone called Mist has written a great catalogue of words here. Like in Canada, the majority allowed it to happen and will continue to. Everyone is too afraid to stand up for themselves and even their loved ones. There was an RCMP road stop on the highway last week. They forced people to answer questions about themselves that weren't required to be answered. If you didn't comply, you were yelled at. If you didn't comply, you were yelled at. Most people can't handle a loudly talking RCMP officer, even if the cops are 100% wrong. Detained, although they refuse to admit you're detained when asked, but arrested if you tried to leave after they wouldn't say you're being detained. It just gets so political. Somebody here says all these attacks are not on MSM or in the newspaper. Disgraceful. Mark says anybody storming a hospital where professionals work hard to help the sick and injured should never receive treatment. So, as you can see, it's the same thread going through all of these. Now, are you surprised? Is it any wonder? Who's feeding this? And why are we not given all the information? And let me know, guys, in the comments below, do you feel if we were given all the information right from the get-go, do you think that people would be more satisfied with the information that they're given? It does make you wonder. I mean, are all these speculative? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. And Yeah, I look forward to your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, guys. Predominantly about it's all about the media and how they always seem to be at odds with the police. I think that's the issue. So anyway, let me know what you think, guys. I hope you're all doing well and you just take care of yourselves out there because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.